As most people know, last Friday, House Speaker Mike Johnson, Republican House Speaker Mike Johnson, came out in an interview with CNN speaking to reporter Manu Raju, where he made the shocking admission that the reason Donald Trump was so close with Epstein, because he was secretly an FBI informant. Here is what Johnson said while speaking to Manu Raju. What Trump is referring to is the hoax that the Democrats are using to try to attack him. He has never said or suggested or implied. I've talked to him about this many, many times. He's horrified. It's being misinterpreted. He's not saying that what Epstein did is a hoax. It's a terrible, unspeakable evil. He believes that himself. When he first heard the rumor, he kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago. He was an FBI informant trying to take this stuff down. Okay? There is no way to misinterpret that, right? He was an FBI informant to try to take this stuff down. Okay? That is a clear statement. There is no other way to take that sentence. You cannot interpret it a different number of ways, like, well, maybe he meant this. No, an FBI informant is a thing. Trump was this thing, and he even gave us the reason why Trump was this thing. So it's not exactly a statement you can walk back easily. And then Mike Johnson immediately, 2 days later, tried to walk it back by telling the Washington Post, quote, with this from his office, the speaker's reiterating what the victim's attorney said, which is that Donald Trump, who kicked Epstein out of Mar-a-Lago, was the only one more than a decade ago willing to help prosecutors expose Epstein for being a disgusting child predator. Willing to help prosecutors, almost, if you would, pleading with prosecutors for some kind of deal, right? Like, hey, I'll give you some information here. Just don't leave me out of this, right? That seems very shady, and also something that the public should know about. Did it happen? Did prosecutors approach Donald Trump and say, listen, we might be able to take you down with this, unless, of course, you'd be willing to give us all the information you have? I don't know. Kind of seems like something the public ought to know about, though. If only all those records weren't sealed and this damn administration's refusing to release them. Gosh darn it. Man, if they would just do that, we could all see that Trump was actually giving information to prosecutors. And it seems like if that were something that were, in fact, in the Epstein files, they would have already released it. I guess that means that Mike Johnson, in trying to cover up his original lie, told us yet another lie. And that kind of goes back to the first statement. You said he was an FBI informant, which was a lie. And then you're like, no. What we meant was like he was talking to prosecutors. Okay, well, you lied to us once. Why should we believe you the second time? And the answer, of course, is we shouldn't. And I love how they always keep saying, like, he's the one who kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago. Two things about that. One, we know now that he actually kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago by his own admission because he was stealing his employees. And two, if he kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago because he was having sex with children, then Donald Trump himself has committed a federal crime. Now, in most states in the country, it is not a crime to not report a crime. However, there are 3 notable exceptions to that. The first 2 are irrelevant, but the third exception to it being a crime for not reporting a crime is if it involves any form of child abuse. Abuse of anyone under the age of 18, either physical abuse or the kind of abuse Epstein was doing. If you know of that happening and you do not report it to federal authorities, you yourself have committed a felony. So if what Mike Johnson is now backtracking and trying to say happened, that, hey, he kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago because he was diddling kids. When did Trump alert the authorities? Because if he didn't, he's himself now committed a felony. So what is it, Mike? Was he an informant? Was he working with prosecutors? Or did he himself commit the felony? I think the public deserves to have answers to that, by God. And Mike Johnson, you switched your story so many times, I don't even know what to think now. So please, Mike, Come out one more time and try to walk your way out of this one. Thanks for watching, everyone. We're inching closer and closer to 1 million subscribers, and we're aiming to hit that goal before the year closes. So if you aren't subscribed to the channel, please do so, and don't forget to like, comment, and share. Thanks for joining us as we head towards this huge milestone.